a week from tomorrow. Is there a certain point this week where those conversations ramp up, or is it just an ongoing process throughout the week?
I probably would assume that those are ongoing, conversations that personnel people have, and they're gauging the market around the league.
So you're telling me there's a chance Pete Collins tweets the Patriots are cooking up something big. Per Mike Girardi, New England is aggressively pursuing pass rushers. Okay. Ahead of the trade deadline. Names being floated. Chop, chop now, y'all. Chop Robinson, Jalen Phillips, Jermaine Johnson, Thibodeau in New York, Trey Hendrickson. Excuse me, that's who I want. Excuse me. Arden Key. So a lot of names being shopped here, Case.
Yep.
Clearly, I tipped my hand into who I want, so we'll just start there.
Was
who
it
do
that
you
coughing
like?
attack that you
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to clear it out.
Dry vocals.
We have some whiteboards here. I'm just going to write Trey because Trey Hendrickson is exactly who I want the Patriots to go get. Look, we already know what's going on with this guy. We knew in the offseason when the Bengals were El Stupido and didn't want to pay this guy, even though outside of Myles Garrett and Max Crosby
Right.
and Michael Parsons, he's been the guy. So it's like, why wouldn't you pay him? I mean, your defense stinks. You sank all this money in the offense.
He kept taking discounts.
He kept taking discounts. I think, check me, someone here, fact check me, I think he's from that area, literally. Like, it made no sense why the Bengals won't pay him, but Bengals will Bengals. So there's been some disgruntled stuff anyway between him and that team.
Yeah.
Now here we are, trade deadline approaching, and he's on the market because the team stinks. Look, go get him. You have the money. Case, I looked this up. $50 million the Patriots have to spend. 50! 5-0. You can afford them. You have not won a playoff game here in 7 years. The time is now.
Yeah.
You're going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Go all in. Try to win this bleeping thing. That's a guy that can get you there.
Here's my thing. I'm on board, but gave him a nickname, Hendy. Just play the song Don't Hurt Me No More. Because the fact that he had a number of teams that were like, we've got the cheddar you want, we've got the atmosphere you want, we've got the culture you want. Do you want to at least open conversations? And he's still over with the Bengals begging for them to love him. That's why he ended up staying there. He tried to put his foot down. He tried to hang out in Florida and pretend like he wasn't going to, entertain anything unless they rose to the occasion and gave him what he deserved. And then they come back in with, a 1 year something or other. Like, my thing is, I don't know what keeps him so strongly tied to the Bengals. And while I love the idea of him being a Patriot, I feel like this team takes the next step by solidifying the center position on the offensive line and working their way down the left side. That's my thing, because we want a run game to get established.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of depletion in that room right now with having basically just two running backs that can function. And we just saw the performance we've been asking for out of Henderson for the first time. But in order to get a run game going, I think everything comes back and circles back to the conversation of the offensive line. And with how well they're performing, do we want to wait for the draft to have this conversation, or do we address it now?
Okay. It's a fair take by you. I'm going to go in a different direction for
you
my
sound very unimpressed.
Well, I've been fixated on the guy.
Okay.
Look, let me go bold take here before I give you my next guy that I want.
Okay.
I believe, I'm going to say this definitively.
Yep.
Trey Hendrickson.
Yep.
You trade for him, and you don't have to take away from what you have now, nucleus-wise.
Okay.
Look, Kyle Duggar's not even playing anymore. Kyle Duggar, a draft pick, they have draft capital. Okay, I'll take that for him, okay? If I don't have to give up players who are contributing right now, and I'm not messing up my chemistry, I think adding a Trey Hendrickson can be the thing that takes you over the top. If you are going to beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, whether it's here or Arrowhead, you have got to make him uncomfortable. Have we seen the Super Bowls that he has lost? Yeah. What has been the reoccurring theme? I mean, the guy has no time.
Yeah.
He's running around doing triple axels, jumping in the air, throwing the ball.
Okay, but then this brings me to another thing. Would we not need to actually add some help to the Patriots secondary before you go out and spend money on a Hendrickson? Because the reality of it is you can bull rush a man all day, but when you're going against a Patrick Mahomes who can throw on the run, then you're talking about a whole different kind of coverage that has to step up. So the upfront coverage has done their job, in my opinion. If we branch out to how this defense can get better, I think it's the secondary getting a bit stickier. In my
more so than the pass rush is what you're saying.
Yes.
I don't look. Some of this is philosophical too, right? Vrabel's a defensive guy.
Yeah.
If the reports are they're shopping for pass rush, that's telling you schematically. He's like, we'll figure it out on the back end. We got Christian Gonzalez. We'll figure it out.
He's been banged up.
I know. I'm just saying.
Carlton Davis banged up.
I'm just saying.
So where's the depth?
Schematically, he's saying we need to make whatever quarterback we see, Lamar, Patrick, Josh. We know all the names.
Right.
Herbert. We have to make them uncomfortable. Here's another direction I'm going to go. Offensively. I just wrote baby please. Here's why.
Because you want Myers to come back.
I do. I think.
I knew that where
Listen,
that was going.
Sometimes, we as men especially, sometimes we just got to say we're sorry.
This is a mess.
I was wrong. Baby, please. Come on home. Come on back. I'm sorry. The person who turned their back on you, Jacoby,
Is gone?
is gone. We believe in you. In fact, when that person turned their back on you, all of us collectively said, him? Why are you letting him go? Juju Smith-Schuster?
Yikes.
So
I forgot about
let's
that.
just make it right. ISO Greg, baby, please, come on back. Jacoby Myers, that's who I want.
Okay, I'm not.
Baby, please.
I'm not fully on board with that.
Come, why not?
Because I think you mentioned chemistry just moments ago, and here's my thing. The chemistry is brewing just fine for Drake May and his wide receiving room. The bromance between him and Kayshon Boutte, like, you bring in somebody who, like, yes, he can help, he can contribute.
He may have a chip on his shoulder.
There's going to be a chip on the shoulder. You don't come back to an old stomping ground. You don't go back to your old boo and all of a sudden have this like humility about you. Not to say that he's unhumble, but I think that they're fine in the wide receiving room. You don't make waves there. I don't think you make waves there. You leave Diggs as your veteran presence, and don't disrespect the youth that should be coming up in that wide receiving room also, because let's not forget, it got a little tight there for a second in terms of who was going to make the roster and how many wide receivers they were going to pull up.
Sure.
If you do get crazy, though, I don't think you return to old love.
Oh.
I think you maybe look at a deep threat by the name of Chris Olave.
Oh, that's Olave. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's Olave. We are on the same page.
And we didn't even plan it. If you're going to do it, he knows how to function in a room that's got a lot going on. And you're talking about a guy that literally moves the chains no matter how bad things are around him, no matter how dumpster fire the Saints have been. A big play, 2 or 3 or 4 are coming out of Chris Olave.
I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, call us 617-790-0928. What is your wish list for the trade deadline? I feel like every time we sit here and we talk trade deadlines with these teams in town, and sometimes it's a big dud, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes we could get fireworks. I'm hoping that the Patriots get us there. Here's one that I don't think is realistic, but this team, they're ran by morons, so it's possible. You're in division, so why would you ever do this? However, the Jets stink. Breece Hall, look, we sit here and we talk about the run game and we got to figure it out. And can Ramondre hang on to the ball? And can Travion get more touches?
A new number 1 and allow Travion to be your number 2 that develops and grows?
I mean, look, you bring a Breece Hall here and you have a bona fide running back and
what about
running
Jerome
game.
Ford? That's the
I
name
like
that's
him,
been
but
going around.
he's not as good as Breece Hall.
No.
He ain't as good as Breece Hall.
He's not good on absorbing contact, but he's good at breaking tackles.
You know what he kind of reminds me of? A little Travion-ish. It would be like having 2 Travions because I think Ford you can move him around and do some things with him. Breece Hall is a workhorse. Give him the ball, get the hell out of the way, and he's running everyone over. And he's fast enough to run away from you, too. He's a big play. Breece Hall's a stud.
I'd play with the bait.
It's just a matter of if the Jets are as dumb as I think, really. 617-790-0928. Call us. Let's talk Pats. Let's talk Celtics.
Centers.
Let's talk Bruins. Let's talk it all. Red Sox, get in here. The party continues. You see right there, 9 a.m. on Nessa Nation, 8 a.m. every day on Nessa here. So we're done here, but join us there. We'll see you over there. Peace.